is up, my peeps? Broke my 1 year streak of no new purchases. I wish I could say that. I can't. How is everybody? Rush Tib. I'm here, not going to be super chatty tonight. Just need something to turn off my brain. Well, you can turn your brain off with me. Because I need to do the same thing. So I'm saturating myself with Warhammer, because Warhammer fixes everything. Oh, this sponsored by GearGuts Max Shop because you can use it for your war. Are you me's? What's up, Elio? Welcome to chat. So I am doubling up this evening. So I started working on my Death Watch. The old Death Watch, not the new ones, because the new ones aren't out yet. But I am kind of excited for the new ones. Because we're finally getting Primaris, and they're official. But I'm going to be going back and forth. I'm probably going to finish this dude. And then we'll do another orc, because that's what was voted on by the patrons. So, yeah. He is base coated and ready to go. But I'm going to try to finish this Death Watch first. Getting our plasma at the moment. Something super satisfying about painting plasma just right. Serious orc bias. That higher patron tier. It's like painting another squad of boys. There is a mild orc bias. It was... So there's only 2 patrons in that chat. So it was a split between Deathwatch and the orcs. So, why not both? Seemed like a feasible solution to me. But this dude's almost done. I'm just going to finish the plasma and all the other glowy bits, and then work on his base, and then he'll be done. Hopefully it shouldn't take too terribly long. We'll see. Get the gear guts. Put lots of love, random gear guts, miniatures, aggressive. A little more white in a couple spots. Also, get purity seals. How's everybody else's evening? anybody else working on any projects at the moment. Plan on trying to work on my homebrews. Not sure if I will tonight. No rush. You have until 3 days. Friday. Not a big deal. And the cool thing about having your homebrews is they're your homebrews. So, you can work on and change whatever you want even after they're reviewed on stream. There's nothing, absolutely nothing set in stone. The amount of times I edit my homebrews is ridiculous. Because I usually end up finding a new piece of information that contradicts something that I've written. And so I change what I've written to make it a little more lore compliant. Did finish Fall of Cadia, 10 out of 10. Great intro to the Black Library. I'll have to give that a read sometime. I don't have that one. I have Cadia Stands. And then I have... what's the other one that I just got? It's the one with Ursula. I forget what it's called now. I can do a mid-blue for this. I think. I gotta think of how the gradient's gonna go. I think I have an idea. I'm still making my way through the Night Lords trilogy, and it is not going very quickly. Not because I'm a slow reader, but because I don't have time to read. Start with our mid-blue. Don't go super heavy though, because the white has to shine through. Busting out the airbrush on the boys and getting my CSM obliterators 3D printed. That's nice. What do the sculpts look like for the 3D print? And are these the same CSM that you sent me the homebrew for? Which will be getting reviewed next Tuesday for anyone wondering. Anyone has any reviews they would like, or any homebrews that they would like reviewed live on stream, head to my Discord and go to the homebrew submission channel. And there you will find it. Send a link. Here on Discord. Or here or on Discord better. Probably on Discord. Yeah, you can send it to the, I guess, hobby advice channel. Same as the homebrew. Sweet. I still haven't read it yet. I'm saving it for the stream. Which means I have to get a lot painted this week so I don't have to paint as much next stream. Because I'm still planning on painting next stream unless we spend 3+ hours talking about homebrew, which may happen. So go ahead and do the eyes. Also, if anyone is curious, I did make a purchase, and it was not orcs. I ended up getting a Contemptor Dreadnought to add to my Fervent Storm. Because I wanted to. And I have no shame. Because they really need a centerpiece. That is not just my Abaddon. That still has yet to be painted. I'm going to paint that someday. The littlest guy has joined the force. Let's see what you sent here. Ooh. I like those. They almost look a little nurgly. Like kind of Death Guardy. Those are sweet. Probably smaller than Abaddon. Potentially. Potentially. I don't know. I just wanted a Dreadnought for them because I like Dreadnoughts. Thought about a tank, but I like Dreadnoughts. So I got a Dreadnought. And I like Contemptors. So I was like, yeah, we're doing a Contemptor. I know you can only have it in Legends, but I don't care. Still looks cool, and that's what I'm doing. Finally let me play a 2K game since they're so expensive. 6 guys is a quarter of my list. So you are the Paul is bad at stuff, but obliterators instead of centurions. I didn't think that would have a glossy finish. Huh. Yes. That man loves his centurions. And I still don't get the hype. I may be in the minority, but I don't think they look that cool. I think obliterators look cooler. Make sure this is super thin. I don't know. Does anybody else get the hype behind Centurions? And if so, why? Sell me on it. Convince me right now to buy a kit. And not a meta reason, because I don't care about the meta. Convince me a reason why they're cool. Exactly what I was trying to avoid. See, that's what I thought. Nobody could do it. Nobody could sell me on them. Because no one's even trying. So take that, Paul's bad at stuff. They're not that cool. That's gonna get me in trouble. Am I kidding? A lot of the things and opinions I have get me in trouble. Look at me, the sinks look like dog dookie. Precisely. I don't think they look cool. They're kind of like the baby carriers, just chunkier. I don't really like the baby carriers either. Note to self. build up brighter. It's a good thing I have a brighter blue. Clean off my stipple enough. It's a little too bright. It's fine. They'll forgive me. Centurions and Dread Knights came out in 7th edition. I don't know what was going on at the time. Must have been something in the water. Evidently, because they are not pleasant to look at. I'm not pleased with that. So I'll have to suck it up. Okay. Let's throw some white in this screen. It's risky. Definitely done better plasma. It looks kind of rough. Oh, speaking of past editions, I made a purchase last week. And I bought the 9th edition Marines Codex for $10. While I was at it, I also bought both Imperium indexes. I don't remember which edition it is, but someone can tell me who knows their editions. Take the tag off. I don't want to dox myself. I don't think it would really dox me if I let the tags off. But I bought both Imperium indexes from an old edition. It's the old logo. I don't know which edition it is. But I know this codex is not back when they had actual stuff in the codex. Like, that's insane. Because you do not get that in the 10th edition codex. I know that for a fact. All this lore, it's insane. One thing that makes me upset, and it could be because I haven't looked through it that deeply. 8th edition, thank you. I knew I could rely on you. They show other Legion chapters, but the only successor chapters they show are Ultramarine successors. So, I'm going to read it because I have no time, but have those now. I thought they were a neat fun. Those were $5 a piece, the indexes. So I like to think that I got a good deal, but I know old codexes go for next to nothing. Okay. Let's paint the white on purity seals. 8th were the last good dexes. 9th was a step down. 10ths are a joke. Yeah, I'm really disappointed with the 10th ones. Well, I have. I don't use it. I think it's Space Marines. Also, for anyone interested, another reaction video coming out this Thursday. Just FYI. Last week's has been performing very well. My goal, can't say my goal because I can't really help it, but my hope was that it would break 1,000. And we are at 1.7 right now. So I'm fairly pleased with that. Y'all in the community are coming out to watch me fail as a YouTuber. Price of a codex follows a weird bell curve just after they become obsolete price tanks. Then they get pricier after a while as they become collector's items. Well, maybe I got my hands on a gem then, because by the time we get to like 15th edition, 9th edition will be a relic. I'm kind of nervous how the 11th edition codexes are going to look. And I'm also wondering if they're not going to go all digital. We're getting there, slowly. Has anyone been playing any games lately? I found myself gaming just a little bit more than I usually do. Which has been kind of odd as of late. I'm getting back into Baldur's Gate 3. Which still stands as one of my favorite games of all time. But that's also because I'm an avid D&D player. Also, Elder Scrolls, I've been getting into that here recently too. Again, like the old days. There's some edge highlights on the seals. I hate edge highlights, but purity seals feel like they have to have them. looks good. So now all I have to do is wash the parchments with Seraphim Sepia, which is what I usually use. Do some scribbles, fill in that screen, and then do the base. The screen's probably dry by now. Excuse me. So we will do a light glaze with some heavily watered down intermediate green. Too much. That looks good. Still not totally satisfied with that blue. It definitely looks like trash. I had too much on the brush. Everything else looks pretty alright, though. And for anyone who was wondering, he has a black shield. But if you look closely, you can see... Can't really see. The purple poking through on his pauldron. Focus. Focus. Come on, focus. Just trying to get the lighting right. Pop the color. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe not. There's purple poking through, which implies that he is an ex-Soul Drinker. From the original Soul Drinkers, because he is a firstborn. Because I believe it was Rushdiv who asked me to add a Soul Drinker to my kill team. So I did. This dude, I finished him the other night, if anyone saw my short. He's a Blood Raven. You can see my very poorly free-handed Blood Raven there. I was really proud of the cape, though. I did a bunch of sponging on the cape. I accidentally let the wash pool a little bit, but just makes it look dirtier, right? But I was happy with how he turned out. Okay, what did I say? Wash those, scribble them. I think that's it. They are dry. Sweet. Just a light wash of Seraphim Sepia? Sepia? I don't know how it's pronounced. And it wasn't drunk. Good. We're gonna go with it anyway. Because I'm feeling most especially lazy. Alright, call that good, because it's still wet on the back. Once that dries, I'll add the scribble. I can go ahead and start dry brushing on the base here. I probably ought to paint this. Use the gunmetal. I'm going to paint the pipe. I want to figure out how to make it look like the pipes are leaking. I don't remember how many of these I gave pipes. And then the pipes, I just do a straight wash with Agrax. Get them like dirty and grimy. Gross. Let's do our dry brushing. Just going for a slightly mossy look. And I'm just going around the edges. Sweet. Okay. And then, for the gross stuff, I have this one paint that I got in a mystery box of D&D stuff. It's Pathfinder Master Series. And it is Nodag green. And it's really gross. Like rotten. The way it looks. I use it for a nurgling on the base of my Master of Executions kit bash. And it looked kind of sweet. In a gross, disgusting way. And I also put down some PVA on the base itself to kind of smooth it out and give it a little bit more of a dirty, disgusting, slimy look. And it turned out really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glob the paint on there And I think it's old enough that it's separated whenever I put it on, because it kind of cracked a little bit whenever I put it on this guy. And I thought it looked wonderful. Actually going to wait for that silver to dry and then wash it. What's up, Rain Cloud? We're getting to the wall. I wanted to finish this guy first. Working on another of my Death Watch. This is the Black Shield one. Bought to kit bash my own Master of Executions when I buy that Black Templar's Combat Patrol. Oh, the new one? That looks insane. Not gonna lie, even though it's a lot of repeat models, I kind of like the Imperial Fists one. And I would be tempted to get it if it wasn't a rehash of a bunch of other models. But you're getting all of the models at once. Oh, I just got a notification that my magnet shipped. Because when the Contemptor gets here, I will be magnetizing it. Yeah, this is... Pull up my notes so I can find his name. Shadows. Yeah, Shadows. A Black Shield is actually from the old Soul Drinkers. Before their chapter got absolutely destroyed. Sucks that it doesn't have an upgrade sprue, but yeah, the Imperial Fist one is also good. Still up here if I get one or both. I would definitely get the Imperial Fist one, but I don't have money for combat patrols and big boxes of models and things like that. I'm fortunate to be able to afford boxes of one squad. And even that's questionable most of the time. Hey, did anybody ever look into that what was it, the warp fire crate? I looked into it and I forgot all about it. Is there a weird audio feedback? My mic sounds different. I thought I had all my levels right. I don't think I changed anything from last week. To the tape. I'm not hearing anything. I guess it would help if I spoke more. Checking, testing, 1, 2. Just on your end. Evidently. Because I got nothing. Ah! And my music's blowing up in my ears. Yeah, I didn't change any of my gains or anything, so everything should be the same. Was it warp fire? Not gonna look. Yeah, Warp Fire minis. Yeah, so back to my question. Did anybody check into that? Because I'm still curious. When is the next video coming out? Thursday. I noticed that it's taking some viewers back over to Hell's Reach, and it's getting some viewership again, too. I'm still working out the best upload time, though, because what I'm showing on the analytics is most of my viewers end up watching things that I upload in the early afternoon, like right afternoon, in my time zone anyway. But I don't like uploading stuff at noon, because it seems like it's been a common theme, at least for the shorts anyway, for things to be uh, not as viewed. And I'm sure it's a totally different beast when you're talking about shorts versus videos. But I uploaded this last one at 10 a.m. and it took it about 4 days for it to get any like views that meant anything. But yeah, it's going up on Thursday, and we'll need to record some more because I need to put a backlog together. Too broke for Warp Crate? Same. I mean, for what the service is, it's relatively affordable. Because what do we say? It's like 30 bucks a month for 1 or 2 crates. Yeah, just have to paint the ram, and I think this guy's done. So that's 2 out of 5. That was pleasant sound. And figure out which one I should paint after this. Because I have the Son of Sorrow, the Black Dragon and what was the other one? Oh, the Son of Medusa. I gotta figure out which one I want to attack next. Because all of those are going to require freehanding their chapter symbol. This one didn't require any work because I just stippled on some purple. Okay. I think he's good. It looks properly gross. I could do the Black Dragon. Not that Black Dragon. But he won't be tonight. He'll be the next time I attack these guys. For now, we'll move on to this next boy. I'll put them on the shelf. Realize the slides in the wrong place. Not that it really matters because you can't really see the shelf anyway. I'll show you. It is this boy that I did the conversion of the Black Dragon of. I gave him the bone spikes that are characteristic of said Black Dragons. And he is primed and ready to go. He's going to be fun. Yes, the Black Dragons, the cursed founding successor of the Salamanders. Now we start with the flesh. I don't know how far we're going to get tonight. We may just get the base coats if we get that far. I've had kind of an exhausting week and it's only Tuesday. It shot up. All I did was play the video because it paused for some reason. To the tape. I think you're the only one with audio issues. Because it's at the exact same level as it was. Oh, no, it's way louder. Okay, well, when I played it, it turned itself up. I can't hear it at all. Okay, the readings are telling me this is a feasible level. Okay. Now back to what I was doing. Ghost of a Napa? Is that a reference I'm supposed to understand? Is that a Star Wars reference? That's especially obscure. I did notice recently on my last orc that it was a little too bright. Ready for the 200 set game yet? No. We got to get to that point first. I did gain like 20 subs over the course of the last video I uploaded. And I'm going to have way more points in CSM than I am in Blood Angels by the time we get there. Oh, DBZA. I haven't watched DBZA. Maybe we'll get there after the next video. I don't know. I'm not in a huge rush. As long as we don't hit it in the middle of the fall, because I'll be working all fall and I can't take off. With every watch party, I grow stronger. We'll see you, Rush Tiff. Thanks for joining. Yeah, it's too bright. I need darker green. Yeah, it's gonna be right in the middle. Now I'm gonna be panicking. What if I used a different green? You moron. Talking to myself. Used a darker green. Why didn't I do that in the first place? Because I'm stupid. And that has too much yellow. Still too bright. More green. I don't care if they're slightly different shades because they're orcs and they're all different. That was very bright. That's better. I like that shade better. All right. Get our green light on. I definitely don't think I'll have 1,000 points worth of orcs by the time we get to there. So I can't sub in orcs for one of the other two factions. Because I know that's what Raincloud would rather play. This may even just take one coat. Let me war. No war for you unless you give me more money so I can buy more orcs. And even if I did have 1,000 points of orcs by then, they wouldn't be painted. That's for sure. Play anyone? I just want to charge yelling "wah" at least once in a game. So if you're Marines and you run in and yell "wah," that would be like a dream come true for you. Peak of 40k. For some people, it's the peak. For me, it's just a funny aspect. Definitely not the peak. Space Marine yelling "wah." It's kind of a funny concept. Sounds like a heretical concept to me. Oh, you know, there was one Death Watch who was just like, you know, this always works for them. And then he tries it, and either nothing happens or he decimates a squad of Tau. Oh, Rain Cloud. I was showing everybody earlier. I went and made a purchase the other day. I bought the 9th edition Space Marine Codex. And the amount of lore just in this thing alone is insane. Because I've only ever seen the inside of the 10th edition Codex. And it's nothing compared to this one. Like, we are full of it here. And I'm quite happy with it. I also bought what we determined to be the 7th edition Imperium indexes, which there's also a substantial amount of lore in these two. And also a lot of data sheets. More reading for me. The lore. It's all about the lore, man. You know, for when I have time to read, which is basically never. Yeah, this might only take one coat. Maybe. I may be speaking too soon. It's laying fairly well. Both are good. I said that, and now it's laying like crap. Wait, you guys can read? Finish my own orc skin onto the rest of the base coats. Or orcs. I can't decide if I should get a character model to make my warlord. So I can make my orc warlord for my WoW. Or if I should get a Death Dread, because I kind of like Death Dreads. I haven't decided. A warlord? Or a Death Dread? Think Dreadnought, but orc. Because if I run them as Death Skulls, then they will be incentivized to have some mech or vehicle units. I haven't gotten it yet. It's supposed to come in tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah, it's coming in tomorrow. And the magnets. So that's going to be my next big project, which I'm kind of looking forward to. Current War Boss model is iconic, but a bit rough looking. If I get a vote on the Death Dread. Yeah, That may be the route I end up going. Granted, orcs aren't really my priority. They're just kind of fun. But I also kind of like Big Mechs. And like Big Mechs and is it Mecha Armor? What's up, Fat Man's Kitchen? How are you this evening? Working on any projects? Doing anything interesting? I was discussing earlier how I've found myself getting back into gaming a little bit the last couple days. I haven't really felt motivated to do anything. Specifically because it's been a rough last couple days, but it's just kind of what I've been doing. Well, a Big Mech is a boy who's especially, well, he's an orc who's especially gifted in mechanics. Another Minecraft urge. I have not hit a Minecraft urge. I've been getting back into Baldur's Gate because it's been a minute since I was on there. But yeah, I'd like to get some Mega Knobs. I think that'd be fun. Using leftover CSM and an Abaddon proxy? Nice. Have I ever shown my Abaddon kit bash? I don't know if I actually have on stream. I talk about him all the time. But he is my Chaos Lord for my army. Are we going to continue that? I have no idea. Don't really have an innate desire to play anything online. Because RPGs are goated. And it's kind of nice just to be able to sit and absorb the story by yourself. Get inside of all the lips here. If anyone's wondering what he's referencing, there's a video on my channel where we started a Baldur's Gate 3 campaign. And we didn't really make it that far. 3 CSM legionaries on a mound. The top one holding a chapter standard. Okay. So it's like raising the flag on Iwo Jima, but chaos. I kind of like that. Guess I'll go cry in the corner alone. I do that every day. Y'all remind me. Don't think I've actually shown the model. So everyone who's here gets the special privilege of seeing my Abaddon King patch. Or Chaos Lord Ynaros Sibilska. And here he is. He's not painted. He's ready to be painted, but I've been too afraid to paint him. But I took the Claw, and I took the Reaper chain cannon from the Havoc's kit and put it on the back of it because it's cool. And I took the bolters from the actual kit and put them on the side. So this dude is not lacking for firepower. And I also put the Havoc's mace in his hand instead of Dragnian. And I put one of the Havoc's helmets on him. He's a foul black. I have just been much too afraid to paint him. Does wonders for Iron Warriors? No kidding. Especially helps because this warband is an unknowing Iron Warrior successor. They didn't know. They thought they were 100% salamanders. But then they discovered that there was Iron Warriors in them. And they just kind of full sended into that. Thank you. Someday I'll get him painted. Someday. I got rid of the Eye of Horus stuff because he has nothing to do with Horus. But he leads my Terminator squad. My 5-man Terminator squad. I still have a 10-man Terminator squad besides that. That are all Tartarus Terminators. So, yeah. That's why I have so many points of them, because I have 15 Terminators plus Abaddon. I'm really surprised that green only took one coat. Hey, yo. You who shall not be named. Really disappointed the rumored upscaled Horus Heresy termies never got revealed. Yeah, I would be excited for that. Like, really excited. She has arrived. That means you have to be on your best behavior if you ever want to play our next D&D session. She needs a model. I've attempted to give her my throwaway models. But apparently I'm being too stingy with the models that I actually care about. Oh, she did it. I didn't think she'd actually do it. I don't know how to feel about it either. It's throwing me off. Hold on. Don't give her a complex. Before we start throwing titles around. That just makes me the serf. There can be a complexception. Is that the correct terminology? I don't know. Now there's going to be a high-speed foot chase in chat. I'll make that everyone in chat's assignment. Go Google the Ginger Dead Man. Ribbit splash. Ribbit splash, ribbit splash, ribbit splash. Can you have cheese? Last I checked, he could have cheese. Sometimes that's all he eats. Interesting cover. Y'all are making me hungry. I was hungry before I started. What condiment would I bathe in? I was kind of on board with bathing in mustard. Because I feel like it'd be very good for your skin. There's hair on my face. I know you're always hungry. That's a double belt. Wait, is that one green? This dude is wearing a crop top. A crop top orc. That's kind of hilarious. Not burn. It would deep clean. The acid would end up cleaning everything off. So it's fine. What fruit would I bathe in? What form is the fruit in? Sorry, I'm very distracted by the fact that this orc is wearing a crop top. Smooshed. What wouldn't stain and what wouldn't burn at the same time? As per previously, lemon. You'd be sticky afterwards, but it's a small price to pay. You would be clean. I was going to say oranges. It would do the same thing. Except lemons are slightly more acidic. Crappa Tappa. They don't add extra syllables. They change the syllables. Learn your orc lingo, thank you. Probably because it's like applesauce. It's a shirt that says Crappa Tappa. But that implies that it would be cropper or topper, and I don't know what that means. It doesn't fit into the Orcish dialect, which I'm claiming to understand for some reason. A crop tap? What's a crop tap? You're making me feel ignorant. I don't like it. I can't not be technical. Have you met me? Aside from this witty banter, if anyone new is in chat, what are you working on? Are you working on anything? Are you just lurking? Have you joined my Discord? If you haven't, you should. We have a lot of fun conversations over there. Links in the description. What would your orc call his crop top then? A crop top. Or a crop top. Oh, sorry. Crop top! Or the weird half shirty thingy. 6 up armor save. But I got you. I got you. Oh, I'm making a finger. Oh, hey, I've snapped. What Scooby-Doo character did I relate to the most? Scooby-Doo villain or from the gang? Fred, probably. Has a plan. Plan doesn't work. Story of my life. What about the fact that you're always hungry? You're gonna hijack my stream? From the gang. Gang. That's what I said. Thank. He can't be Fred, though, because he just said he's hungry all the time. However, I did used to have a PC-ROM Scooby-Doo game. And I have a lot of core memories from playing that. Core memories meaning it legitimately gave me nightmares. Play it back. Yeah, you're right. It's 2025. He can be anything his heart desires. I didn't answer. Oh, I'm hungry all the time too. And I'm tall and I'm lanky. I feel like I'd be a good Shaggy. Walk around looking for food while everyone else does the work. That sounds pretty awesome. Disney references have begun. Run now while there's still time. Can I do a Shaggy voice? I've never tried a Shaggy voice. I don't know if I want to attempt a Shaggy voice. That's not one that I really anticipated putting in my arsenal. Fred, I'm Shaggy. Smokey's our Scooby. She would be Velma because she always thinks she has a plan. Until the plan goes awry and then she doesn't know what to do. Oh, sorry. Was I not supposed to call you out like that? I'm not doing a Shaggy voice. It's coming from a wife. Be concerned. I stopped being concerned about my life a long time ago. You just take it as it comes. I see many people unsubscribing because you won't do a Shaggy voice. Kind of personal, so feel free not to answer. But at what sub amount does your professional life shift? Not necessarily quitting, or where do you feel it would be worthwhile to take less hours? Like less hours in my real job? Because it's not so much about the number of subs, it's more about the amount of money I would make. Because I would have to be able to make enough money to compete with what I already make. And I don't really have a choice with how many hours I have, like in a work week. It's just kind of whatever I'm told. Because I'd love to do something like this professionally, but I don't see it realistically ever happening because I don't have the time to dedicate into something like that. It's not so much sub counter. It's only when I make any money that covers the time it's spent in general life. Yeah, pretty much. I would have to make more than $10 a month, which is currently what I'm making right now off of this. And that's just because of Patreon and wonderful patrons like yourselves. Unfortunately, that would only buy me a couple paint pots. Just, I have to kiss up. They're paying me to kiss up. Like a dream, Harold. Sup, Rhino? Which guy are we talking about? Are we talking about this guy? Or this guy? Stop asking, since I really only like a few thousand say they were going to start working part-time. That seemed excessive since they can't be making enough. Yeah, it's not really realistic, especially since I have a family to provide for. That kind of changes uh, a few things. If I didn't and I was on my own, then it would be a little easier. But since I already have a family and it's too late after starting now, it's a hobby. Face cam all the way. You know it. Cover the cost of doing videos. Yeah, it's more realistic to not. Yeah, faceplant flex. Or are you telling me to flex? You want me to flex? I didn't go to the gym this morning, so no flex. Considered making a calendar. I could make a calendar. Would people pay for a calendar? Someone who doesn't know jack about how YouTube works, 100K. It's a point where I feel like you can quit your job. Well, again, it's not really the number of subscribers, it's more the money you can make off of AdSense and potentially merch and like affiliates. And there's a lot that goes into it that it doesn't, it's not as easy as it sounds. Like, you can't live off of just Patreon, you can't live off of just AdSense. You can't live off just sponsorships. It's got to be like everything all at once. But Rhino, this is what I finished earlier. He's kind of sweet. Kind of purty. OnlyFans when? We'll talk. Work on camera, you can get a new Warhammer set. Listen, just because I'm desperate doesn't mean I don't have dignity. In order to even get a cent, you have to have 1,000 subs, a ton of watch hours. It's 4,000 watch hours or 3,000. I can't remember if it's 3 or 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subs. Gave me permission. No, no one wants to see that. I don't even want to see that. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. I can, at 500 subs and 1,000 watch hours, I believe, or they might have upped it to 3,000. I can get YouTube members, which is like YouTube's built-in Patreon, and then I can get like super chats in streams like this. What is dignity? Not enough red? I mean, they're supposed to be black. I'll show you the one I finished earlier. Like a couple days ago. He has more red. Because he has a red cape. Is he going to do it? No, he's not going to do it. Someone's going to have to pay me a lot of money. That's what OnlyFans is for. It is your duty. Call that good for the shirt. All the rags. Now we do the pants. Okay, bye. I'm really getting hungry. You guys are starving me. $20 is $20. Where's the $20? I haven't seen any $20. So for now, I'm going to keep painting my orc for free. Yeah, we're probably just going to do the base coats tonight. I may not even make it to the gun, I don't know. We shall indeed see. The music paused again. We're doing it. YouTube thinks it's Netflix. Are you still watching? Yes, I'm still watching. I've been so invested that I haven't clicked any buttons. You think I'm getting on with the Netflix and chill? No, I'm watching British Baking Off. Or Great British Bake Off. I screwed that up. Getting sleepy, gonna walk dog and pass out. Orcs whip in the Discord. Alright, I'll see you, Malidus. Thanks for joining. Probably get these leathers done. And then I'll probably call it a night myself. After I finish the paints. Do orcs have pets? They do. They're called squigs. Now, squigs are interesting because they are small little creatures sometimes. Sometimes they're massive, but they all serve a different purpose. There's bomb squigs, there's eaten squigs, there's hair squigs, there's squigoths, riding squigs. Squigogs. Squigs are kind of great. Considering the fact that you're claiming to have never seen a squig, I'm going to have to send you a picture. Which means we're going to take a break from our boy and address this situation that needs to be addressed, because the man has never seen a squig. Now let's ramp it. Woo! Yeah. Hold on, I'm finding a picture of a squig. Actually, I'll just send you the wiki page. There you go. Now you can read about squigs to your heart's content. Haven't shown it to you. Okay, well, that means I need to stream Space Marine 1, because there are squigs in there. To end the night tonight, should pull out a guitar and play a Crazy Train in honor of Ozzy. Well, I would, but I've attempted streaming instruments before, and they sound terrible through my interface. So Ozzy's gonna have to rest without my tribute. Okay. Let's get these leathers now. First, I need to figure out what is the best way to paint this gun. I'm just gonna do the leathers. Are you reading about squigs? Because I did send squigs. Okay, how do I want to do this? Darken our brown. Think you could pet one? You will try. But yeah, squigs serve all different kinds of purposes. Whatever they need. There's burning squigs. I think I already mentioned eating squigs. Air squigs. Anything they need. Squig oths are massive. Last words, hey there, little buddy. And he will bite your arm off. And probably play with it. there is actually a prevailing theory that squigs are what happens if a tyrannid, or if tyrannids eat orcs. And the orcs adopted them. Because tyrannids are adaptable. So they were adapting to combat orcs, and they just ended up becoming a creature of utility for the orcs. But if he doesn't, new friend. Potentially. Insert, so you're saying there's a chance, mate. Also, for any of the viewers who are not aware, this Friday is the cutoff for people to submit their homebrews for me to read them live on stream in next Tuesday's painting stream. So next Tuesday's painting stream will either be a painting stream that is headed up by me reading the homebrews that anyone submits, or the whole thing will just end up being me reading homebrews. So far, I've only got 2 takers, so the opportunities are open. If you do want to do that, join the Discord. Go to the Homebrew Submissions channel. Tempting. You could. I asked you to write the Penal Legion for Rusted and I. I think I gave a concise explanation of what it is. It's pretty straightforward. There's actually a book that I want to get and read. I think it's supposed to be a relatively short book. There might be a couple of them, actually. But it's called The Last Chancers. And it's about the 13th Penal Legion. Because these are guys who are sent into any war zone, and they are just meant to die. They're supposed to just be a wall of meat. But these guys just won't die. And I kind of want to read the book. But the Penal Legion is a legion of criminals taken from penal worlds, which are prison worlds in Laban's terms. And they're kind of a neat concept. So you may have a battalion of Penal Legion soldiers who are handed over to an Astra Militarum regiment, and the Administratum's like, here, take these guys, do whatever you want with them. Is that what we are in Darktide? No. Darktide, you're not part of a penal legion. You are taken from a batch of rejects who have some sort of combat experience, and they are thrown at the problem. No, the penal legions get no war gear, like hardly any. Sometimes squads might get a las gun and a couple of mags to share between them, because they are just meant to be cannon fodder. But like the last chancers, they just survive somehow, and so they keep getting sent out on more and more missions. And so Rushton and I were working on throwing a penal legion in with his Escallions. As they are assisting the Terminus Knights against the Bourgeois in the Tannine system. Not criminals, just rejects, yes. Most of you may die, and that's what we hoped. Precisely. But it leaves a lot of potential for some interesting story elements that couldn't be explored, because you can make some key characters in that. Granted, they're all criminals. They've all committed heinous crimes, some of which can't be spoken about on YouTube. As well as thieves and murderers and heretics. People that they didn't want to take the time to execute, so they just put them on the world. In the Night Lord's book, I don't think this is spoilers, but even if it were, I don't think anyone would care. They actually invade a penal world and take all of the prisoners, they being the Black Legion and the Night Lords, so Chaos. They take all the prisoners and they either make slaves out of them, or they take them and make them potential recruits. I don't know. I just think it'd be an interesting dynamic to write in with an Astra Militarum Regiment and a Space Marines chapter. Didn't want to have to mix any more paint because I might have to paint these boots. Am I on Twitch right now too? I was lazy tonight and decided not to stream on Twitch. This is the first time I haven't streamed on Twitch in like a couple months. Because I never usually get any activity over there anyway. So I decided just to not even try it. Same username on Twitch. Yes. It is also Faceplant104. I think I have like 18 followers or something like that. Not really anything to amount to anything. But I did bring up, I think it was last week, if I ever do any gaming, so I don't lose my place in the YouTube algorithm, I think I would do all my gaming on Twitch. Because the algorithm knows that I'm doing Warhammer content, so it's recommending me to Warhammer people. And I don't really feel like making a second YouTube channel. So that is my plan. If and when I ever have time to game. 19 followers. Well, thank you. Yeah, this is the first night in a while that I haven't streamed on Twitch. Because it's generally pretty quiet. Even though there is a subcategory for models and miniatures now. Which is kind of neat. But you have to be at it for quite a while in order to get any attention. And you also have to stream not in vertical. Alright, see you, Raincloud. Do it next time. Still have some followers over there, so I can share you. Okay. I will do that. Probably next Tuesday when we do our homebrew review. So if anyone has any homebrews that they want to submit, do it now. I think this is dark enough. I'd like to match my shades. Ask ChatGPT. Just don't know enough about Warhammer lore. I can educate you. You just gotta ask me the questions. That's how I get going. Like, I can't bring up stuff from my brain on demand. It has to be triggered. You can also get little tidbits from my Warhammer reaction videos, like the one that I put up last Thursday, and there will be another one this Thursday. Because usually we react to a 2-minute clip, and then we talk about it for 30 minutes. I've also discovered that ChatGPT doesn't know what it's talking about Warhammer. Speaking from experience. I think I got the boot a little too dark. That's better. Okay. I do believe that is the main base coats. Get the armor bits, gun. For sure, need to go watch those. All I know of fantasy is Lost in D&D, WoW, and LOTOR. Well, if you do get into Warhammer, prepare for a rabbit hole. Because it is an endless plethora of information. I would recommend a good starting point is the Secret Level episode on Amazon. Or, I mean, there's breakdowns all over YouTube. I mean, I can send you resources for weeks. But it's kind of been my life for almost 2 years now. And I'm not exaggerating when I say I've consumed Warhammer for every day for about 2.5 years. 2 years. Call me Elmer Fudd, I'm hunting rabbits. Yeah, if it ends up being something you enjoy, you will never recover. So, if you want an example of what this guy is going to end up looking like, mound and flag are built. Oh, I can't wait to see that. And that's going to be your Abaddon proxy. So this is what he's going to end up being painted as. Some adequate lighting on them. And focus. Focus. So they're going to have the blue, which is reminiscent of their Orc clan, which they are the Death Skulls, which is the name of their clan. Yeah. That's what he's going to end up looking like. Only a 60-ish millimeter base. Drop some pics in the Discord. Sweet. That's gonna be epic. What CSM are you painting? Just out of curiosity. Do I want to tackle the metallics right now? Do the whites. I should do the whites. That may be wise. Also, my cat opened the door. Doing a veteran Black Legion scheme, all black. Yes, 8-pointed star in gold across the chest and legs. Sick. Very nice. What made you choose Black Legion? Is it just because they're what's on the box, or do you like them the most? Chose this scheme because it's simple, and I'm normally an Iron Warrior, Emperor's Children. Fair enough. I would be strictly Iron Warriors if I didn't already have an Iron Warriors successor. Because I do like the Iron Warrior scheme, even though it's super simple, it looks really good. Just dry brushing some gunmetal over black, and it looks great. Do you freehand your hazard stripes? Because I have attempted to paint an Iron Warrior, and I freehanded my hazard stripes, and that was a mistake. The crazy train. Well, first of all, I probably get copyrighted. Second, playing music over stream doesn't work out very well. And I am speaking from experience. Freehand hazard stripes, learn through the pain. Yeah, I probably would end up learning through the pain. if I did it consistently, but I don't. I don't think I really want to bother with those claws. Them orky nails. Don't boo me, boo you too. And my equipment. Also, Rhino did say that he's going to get into Warhammer if I teach him. Probably need some more bandwidth. You have to do a musical stream. Well, it's not even so much that, because like I've tried recording music in Streamlabs before, and it doesn't translate for some reason. Like it compressed the bit rate, like from the interface to the workstation or the recording software. So I'm not entirely sure what that was. It's a hardware thing, or it could be a software thing, but it's not a bandwidth thing. Except that, listen, I will take anything and everything. Anything. But I think that's all my base coats before I start doing metallics. So we've been going for about 2.5 hours. I would call this a successful stream. So I think we're going to call it here. And I may finish this guy throughout the week and continue doing my Death Watch. I want to get them done. And then get started working again on my Space Marine chapters. Because I have 2 warbands and 3 Loyalist chapters that need attention. And I've been ignoring them. Because Orcs and Death Watch. Because my patrons keep wanting me to do Orcs and Death Watch. So I may make an executive decision after this guy's done and be like, I'm doing what I want to. So, with that, anyone who's here, feel free to join my Discord. We have a lot of fun hobby conversations over there, lore conversations. If you join my Patreon and you join at the $5 tier or higher, you get access to special channels on the Discord where you can contribute to what I do on stream, voting in various polls. There's a homebrew collaboration channel where one of my patrons and I have been working on a campaign together, and that's been fun. And you can see my homebrews as well. They're accessible on there. And I think that's all. You can follow me on Instagram. I looked at Voice Meter for audio software. I just use the plugins that are in Streamlabs. I've not looked into anything external. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm on there. I post things sometimes, on occasion. Usually model stuff. Like a singular model of a squad I've completed or something of that nature. And that'll probably be it for me tonight. You can join me next Tuesday, and we will be reading a couple homebrew submissions, and then maybe getting back into some more painting. So, without further ado, thank you everyone, and I'll see you next time.